Hi everyone, it's Louise from Mind Body Calm Yoga. Today's practice is a practice that you can do on an evening. It was requested by one of my subscribers. So hello to the lady that requested this bedtime yoga sequence. You know who you are. So this is for you and anyone else that just feels that at the end of the day they may benefit from a sequence to help them wind down and to help us switch off that busyness of the day. So during the day we do so many different things, lots of activities, the body and the brain is constantly busy, and sometimes that will carry on when we go to bed. It's quite difficult to just switch off the mind. In fact, it's not just difficult, it's impossible. But what we can do is change the signals that we send into the mind and tell it that the body is actually ready for rest, ready for sleep. So we come out of that fight or flight response, that busy response, that stress response, and we switch our body and our mind to the rest and digest response, which is the setting that we need to be on when we try and get to sleep on a night. Okay, so yoga, there's no quick fix, there's not a switch we can do or one pose that would just knock us out for a night's sleep. It would be great if there was, but there isn't. So we're trying to coax the body and the mind into that restful state. So I hope you enjoy it, and we're just going to meet on our mat, and I want you to grab a comfortable seat. So I've got a cushion here. You can use a rolled up blanket, or you can come onto a seat if you prefer. Cross legs is fine, or you can have the legs out in front, or if you're on a seat, bring the feet down onto the earth. Okay, so I'll sit cross-legged. And all we're doing here is giving our body a chance to settle down. So I'll gaze down the nose, roll the shoulders away from the ears, and let's tune into our bodies and just let all that busyness of the day, just let it go. Finding some stillness, letting go of the busyness. And start to scan the body here and notice if there's any areas where you are holding on to any tension. Now for me, quite often it's around the hips. I can feel those are quite tense. So I'll focus on softening my hips and the belly. Making the breaths a little bit deeper, but not forced. Relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw and your cheeks. And as you breathe out, just let your shoulders soften a little deeper. And really notice how it feels just to be sat here, either sat on a chair or sat on the mat. Feeling the sitting bones against the surface. Really grounding into the earth. Feeling supported. And if the mind's still racing, I'll take a few breaths. And say silently in your mind, I am breathing in as you breathe in, and I am breathing out. I am breathing in, and I am breathing out. Take a couple of more breaths, calming the body down. Calming the mind. Okay, let's lift our gaze And we'll just gently roll the shoulders up and let them fall, shrugging off all of the busyness of the day, all of the tension that we've built up during the day. Telling the shoulders that it's okay to let go now. One more time. And we'll make our way onto tabletop position. So moving the cushion and coming off the chair if you sat on a chair. Bring yourself into tabletop position. So the next sequence is a flow moving through cow pose, cat pose, and then into child's pose. So we'll work through it together. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're going to stay for 2 breaths in each pose. So breathing in, drop the belly, roll the shoulders away from the ears, draw the chest through, lift the chin. 2 breaths. And moving into cat pose, pushing the floor away, lifting the upper back nice and high, tucking the tailbone under, lifting the tummy muscles. 2 breaths in cat pose. And keeping the hands and knees where they are, we'll start to push back through the hips, moving into child's pose. If this is a little bit uncomfortable, you can grab your cushion, place it behind the knees so you've got something to rest down on. And come into child's pose for 2 breaths. So breathing in, back into cow pose. Exhale into cat pose, 2 breaths. So what we're doing here is moving really slowly. So we're telling the body it's time to slow down now. Doesn't need to be busy anymore. You can start to relax and unwind. So we're relaxing with intention, telling the body now's the time to relax. And if we tell the body now's the time to relax, the mind will catch on too. And it will also start to relax. Okay, so in our child's pose, let's lift the head. And we'll start to walk the hands over to the left side of the body. So the left ribs come on top of the left thigh. And as we breathe out, drop the head. So we should feel a stretch all the way down the right side of the body. And as we stay here, I want to really breathe into the right lung. And feel the right rib cage expanding as we breathe in. And softening as we breathe out. Okay, so let's slide back to centre. And then slide the hands all the way over to the right. So the right ribs on the right thigh. Drop the head. And this time really breathe into the left side ribs, the left lung. And come back to centre. And we'll stretch away one more time. And bring the hands either side of the knees. And we'll roll up nice and slowly. And bring yourself down onto your backs. So all of the poses in this sequence are floor poses and restful poses, preparing ourselves for a lovely night's sleep. So let's come down onto our backs into bridge pose. So bridge pose, we want the heels quite close to the bottom. We should just be able to graze the back of the heels with our fingers. And we're going to have a waving bridge movement. So waving bridge, as we raise up into bridge, we also raise the arms up and over the body at the same time. If that causes any issues at all with the shoulders or with the lower back, I want you to just do the arm movements, or just do the bridge and miss out the arm movements. Okay, so let's press the shoulders into the earth, shoulders are back and down. And it's really important in bridge pose that we don't move the neck, so tuck the chin, close your eyes if you prefer. We want the knees to be in line with the hips, a little bit of space between the knees. Okay, so breathing in to lift the pelvis up. So we're not squeezing the bottom to lift us, it's the tummy muscles and the back that lifts us up. And as we breathe out, come back down. Nice and slowly. Okay, let's move the arms this time. So breathing in. So as we breathe in, imagine that you're a wave crashing onto the shore. And exhale. And once you get used to this movement, you can close your eyes. You can almost imagine that your breath is the sounds of the waves. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so let's bring the knees up into the chest. Yourself a little rock. And keeping the knees nice and high, bring the arms out to a T shape, palms facing down. And as you breathe out, let both knees drop to the right. So try and keep the knees together if you can, or if not, you can bring one knee up. And if it's more comfortable, you can put a cushion in between the knees. So when we're here, we are stretching the body, but we want it to be a really relaxed stretch. So if the left shoulder's lifting up, see if we can focus on softening the shoulder down. Head can turn in the opposite direction if you like. Okay, let's release nice and slowly. Maybe drifting one knee up first and letting the other knee rock back. And coming down onto the other side. Really relax the hip, the thigh. You can place the hand on top of the thigh if you like. And release, bring the knees back up. Bring the hands behind the knees. We'll draw the knees in towards the shoulders. Flex the feet, so we're coming into happy baby pose. So we're looking for the heels to be over the top of the knees, the knees to be in line with the shoulders. Nice wide legs. And if this is really comfortable, you want to take it a little bit further, reach up to the outside edges of the feet and press down. So we're not pushing or forcing, we're relaxing into the hips, and as we relax we can maybe go a little bit deeper. And if it feels okay, you can start to introduce a little bit of rocking from side to side. Just like you were rocking a baby to sleep, nice and slow. And back to centre, and release the hands. Bring the knees together, bring the feet down. And the last thing we're going to do is legs up. Now this works really well if you bring yourself to a wall, but I don't have a wall where you can see me, so we can do it without a wall. What I'm going to do is just bring a cushion just behind the lower back, the hips, makes it a little bit more comfy, and then we'll reach both legs up to the sky. So we're not stretching here, we're just sort of nicely balanced, hanging the legs. So this would work lovely against a wall. I'm just going to breathe into the belly. If you prefer, you can bring your hands onto your tummy. Breathing deeply into the tummy. So all of the toxins are just going to run down our legs into our hips, and we'll breathe them out of our mouths. You can stay here as long as you like. Pause the video, stay here as long as you need to, and when you're ready, bring the feet down onto the mat, take a bit of a cushion, and we'll finish our practice in reclining goddess pose. So bringing the heels quite close to the bottom and the soles of the feet together, and we'll allow the knees to fall apart. You can bring some cushions underneath your thighs if you prefer. Bring our hands to prayer, heart centre, and then bring the hands up and over, rest them on the top of the head, release the elbows to the floor if we can, and just stay here and breathe. Let the floor completely support you. Let it mould the shape of your body like you were lying on some warm sand. And we'll end our practice here. Relaxed. Having given the body the signals it needs to rest and let go. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. If you're not following the channel, then you can subscribe by hitting the subscribe button and clicking on the little bell to get more videos like this if you found them helpful. Namaste. And I hope you sleep soundly, peacefully, and wake up feeling refreshed and ready for the next day.